Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Julie, and tonight in this lesson, we are going to be working on reading comprehension number 7, which is entitled My Trip to Cuba. And here it is, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Okay, here we go. Reading comprehension number 7, My Trip to Cuba. In April 2023, that would be this year, I decided that I was long overdue for a vacation, as I hadn't had a vacation in quite a while. Cuba was my destination, so I went to my travel agent and booked a 1-week vacation to Cuba. Here it is right here, Cuba. What a wonderful vacation I had, and I want to tell you all about it. But before I tell you about my vacation, I want to tell you a little bit about Cuba. Cuba is an island and a Spanish-speaking country located where the Gulf of Mexico, the Northern Caribbean Sea, and the Atlantic Ocean meet. The population of Cuba is 11.2 million inhabitants. The island is 780 miles long, and its official land area is 42,426 square miles. Its natural resources include sugar, tobacco, fish, citrus fruits, coffee, beans, rice, potatoes, and a variety of livestock. Some examples of livestock are beef cattle, sheep, pigs, chickens, goats, and horses. Sugar was once Cuba's major export and very critical to its economy. However, due to a variety of factors, sugar is now produced mainly for the inhabitants. Presently, Cuba's economy is mainly dominated by the tourism industry, but the export of skilled labor, tobacco, rum, and coffee also play a major role in Cuba's economy. Cuba's most popular and sought-after export is, of course, its cigars. These high-quality cigars are purchased and enjoyed by cigar enthusiasts around the world. Now, here is a box of Cuban cigars. A lot of people really enjoy cigars, but I don't smoke them. No. Cuba has a universal healthcare system, which means that medical care and treatments are free to all Cuban citizens. Cuba performs very well on several socioeconomic indicators, such as life expectancy, infant mortality, and literacy. Good to know. Okay, back to my trip. The flight to get there is only 3 hours and 11 minutes long. When I arrived at the airport in Veradero, there was a comfortable air-conditioned bus waiting there to take us to our hotel. Because it was late and dark when we arrived, we didn't see much on the way to our hotel room. So upon arrival at our hotel, we checked in, had a refreshing cold drink and a snack, and went to bed around midnight. The next day, we got to see the beauty of Cuba. The hotel resort, the pool, and the beach were amazing. The beach was crystal clear, very clean, and very shallow. We put on our bathing suits and spent hours frolicking in the beautiful warm water and gentle waves. Don't forget, if there are words in this reading comprehension exercise that you don't know, don't forget to write them down, look them up in your dictionary, translate them to your language, and study your list of vocabulary words. That's the only way your English will continue to improve. Because we had an all-inclusive package, breakfast, lunch, and supper buffets were always readily available. There was a large variety of food available at these buffets, including meat, vegetables, bread, eggs, cheese, cold cuts, rice, meatballs, fish, shrimp, and so much more, including fresh fruits like pineapple, watermelon, and papaya. The hotel staff was always very kind, welcoming, smiling, helpful, and hardworking. They worked very hard to make all the guests feel comfortable and were always attentive to the needs of the hotel guests. If you wanted, needed, or asked for something, they got it or did it for you with a smile. The hotel resort provided entertainment most nights, maybe all nights, but I wasn't there every night, so I can't say for sure. I was fortunate enough to be entertained one night by impersonators of my two favorite artists, Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury. It was a great show. I booked 3 excursions during the week that I was there. The first excursion was the day trip on the catamaran. I was very surprised to see how large it was. These boats seem to be so small when you see them at a distance on the ocean, but they are really quite large. Here's a picture of a catamaran sailing on the deep blue sea or ocean. Look at that boat. That's a real party boat. The staff on the catamaran was very entertaining and lively. A variety of music was played and drinks were served free of charge, or we can also say included in the price. They took us out to see dolphins. I was surprised to see that the dolphins were kept in pens. I wasn't expecting that. However, these pens were very large. The guests were able to get in the water, line up, and touch the well-trained dolphins as they swam by. The dolphins were trained to give kisses, and some people held onto their fins while the dolphins swam them around the pen. People could have their pictures taken being kissed by a dolphin. The dolphins seemed to be healthy, happy, cared for, well-fed, stimulated, and busy. There were 2 or 3 dolphins in each pen, so they were not kept alone. Here is a picture of some cute dolphins. After that, we were taken to a place where we were able to go snorkeling. There was a small current, so it took a little practice to try to swim, breathe, and look at the fish. But once I figured it out, it was a really nice experience. After that activity, they took us to an island where a beautiful seafood buffet, including lobster, was waiting for us. We all enjoyed this lunch and had a refreshing drink or 2. Then we stayed on this island beach to swim and relax for about 90 minutes. The comfortable air-conditioned bus took us back to our hotel around 5:30 p.m. What a lovely day it was. The next day, we went on the Havana excursion. The bus picked us up around 8:30 a.m. at our hotel, and off we went. It was about a 1 hour and 45-minute drive to the city. During our guided bus tour, we saw the beautiful city and several amazing landmarks, including the Capitol building, which was inspired by the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., USA. Our tour bus stopped at Revolution Square, and we walked around and admired the beauty and could feel the importance of this historical location. This was the place where significant political gatherings and events were held, and Fidel Castro, the former Cuban leader, delivered many of his influential speeches. Everywhere in the city, you can see beautiful classic American cars from the 1950s, which are used as taxis or tour vehicles for the tourists. Havana is the capital city of Cuba. The atmosphere in Havana is vibrant and bustling. It is a compelling destination for visitors because of its rich history, culture, and Spanish colonial architecture. Here's the Capitol building with some American classic cars parked out front. What a beautiful building. Our tour guide also took us to visit Morro Castle. This fortress was built between 1589 and 1630 to protect and guard the entrance to Havana Bay from pirates and invaders. We walked all around the exterior of the castle, where the original cannons still sit. From that location, you can enjoy the breathtaking view of the sea and the city, and just imagine the history of this amazing and impressive fortress. Here's a picture of the fortress, Morro Castle, and the original cannons. And there are actually very many cannons sitting there. It's quite impressive. For the third excursion, we went on a day trip to Matanzas. This was a wonderful and busy excursion. The bus picked us up from our hotel around 8:30 in the morning and took us to several destinations in Matanzas. We started the day snorkeling in the coral reefs. This was a wonderful experience and something I would like to do again and again. Here's a picture of snorkeling in the coral reefs. I love this activity. Then we went speedboating, and yes, I drove the speedboat, to my surprise. Then we went for a wonderful lunch on a farm. Then we went horseback riding, just like this girl is horseback riding. After that, and I think this was my favorite activity, we went swimming in a cave. The name of the cave was Saturno's Cave. It was such a hot day, and the cave water was so cold, crystal clear, and refreshing. I think I would have spent the whole week just swimming in that cave. This is Saturno's Cave in Veradero, Cuba. Look at that. I just loved being in that cold, cold water and being in that cave. It was so beautiful. I will definitely do it again. All three tour guides for these excursions were kind, informative, knowledgeable, approachable, and available to answer any questions the visitors asked. For your information, for these excursions, it is necessary to bring a hat, sunscreen, bathing suit, camera or phone or both, water, and some cash for tips. On a day that I wasn't on an excursion, I took a taxi, horse, and buggy to the local market. There, the locals sell their crafts, paintings, clothing, jewelry, and a variety of other things. I was surprised to see that one young man at a booth was selling megalodon teeth. In case you don't already know, the megalodon was an enormous shark that roamed the oceans millions of years ago. It weighed between 50 and 75 tons and measured up to 60 feet long. Just one tooth was the size of my hand. I asked the young man why he was selling those ancient findings, and I mentioned that they should be on display at a museum. He told me that when they do digs or excavations in Cuba, they find so many of them, so they had no shortage of ancient megalodon teeth, and selling them was a way to share them with the world. The megalodon went extinct almost 3 million years ago. Here is a picture of a fossilized megalodon tooth compared to a great white shark tooth. Now, like I said before, when I picked it up and held it in my hand, it was the size of my whole hand. And look, this guy, same thing. The tooth is the size of his hand. It's amazing. So you can just imagine the size of the megalodon shark. There are many shortages in Cuba, and most tourists are aware of this. Tourists often wish to bring things to the people of Cuba, but they are not sure what to bring. So, after speaking with the locals and doing some research, I compiled a list of items that you can bring to the people of Cuba on your next visit to this beautiful country. They will be truly grateful and appreciative if you can bring any of the following items. OTCs. This is over-the-counter medication. This means any type of medication you can buy in a pharmacy without a prescription. Clothes, all sizes, for men, women, and children, including underwear. Clothes may be new or secondhand or slightly used. Shoes, boots, flip-flops, all sizes for adults and children, new or secondhand or slightly used. Socks, school supplies such as pencils, pens, erasers, sharpeners, paper, notebooks. Storybooks and novels of any kind, and magazines. Hygiene products such as soap, shampoo, toothpaste, toothbrushes, deodorant, and feminine hygiene products. The women will tell you that this is the best gift you can bring for them. Toys, supplies for arts and crafts, coloring books and colored pencils for the kids, and don't forget some candy. Sports equipment such as baseball bats, balls, gloves, footballs, and helmets. Bicycle tires. This is a really big one. They really appreciate the bicycle tires. Workman's gloves for working outside in the gardens, on the roads. Reading glasses and sunglasses. You know the little reading glasses that you can buy in the pharmacy? They're like +1, +1.5, +2, +2.5, those little glasses. Diapers, flashlights and batteries, fishing line and fish hooks, small radios or fans, battery operated. Mosquito repellent and mosquito nets, old cell phones, even if it has a cracked screen, headphones and earphones, scissors, hair accessories for women, such as hair clips and ponytail holders, elastics and hair scrunchies, jewelry and makeup, bedding accessories such as sheets and pillowcases, towels, and face cloths. They would appreciate if you brought any of these items, really a lot. So all in all, Cuba was a wonderful and relaxing vacation destination, and I'm looking forward to my next trip there in the not too distant future. So I hope that that video was informative and entertaining for you. If you liked it, you can put a like on the video, you can subscribe to my channel, and you can leave a little comment down below. It's always greatly appreciated. If you guys need to improve your English quickly, you can get yourselves a copy of Basic English. Up until now, I've been telling you to get the 3rd edition, but now the 4th edition has just been released. It's so new, I don't even have a copy of it myself. So I will get a copy soon. So this book will really help you to improve your English very quickly. It's a workbook full of exercises, vocabulary words, and so much more. The answer key is at the back to support you while you are learning. Available everywhere, including on Amazon, of course. If you need to improve your verb tenses, you can get a copy of English verb tenses. This book has everything you need to really comprehend, understand, and use your verb tenses correctly. Everybody tells me that they have such a difficult time with verb tenses. I don't know why. It's so easy. So if you do the book from cover to cover, from start to finish, you will be able to use your verb tenses correctly. So that's all I have to say. I'm going to go work on another video for you guys. So I will see you, you know where, in the next lesson. So have a good night and goodbye for now.